Hi there, I'm Zania from A Constellation of Words, and I'm so happy to see you here again, back for another prediction. This time we're looking at Mercury retrograde because for most of April, Mercury, the trickster planet, also the planet that governs communication and transport and commerce and words, the way in which we talk, the way in which we walk, right? This planet, this trickster planet, is going to be in retrograde for most of the month of April, and not anywhere but in the fiery sign of Aries. So a lot of explosive energies there. We're going to be analyzing exactly how this affects your particular sun, moon, or rising sign. And we'll also ask the tarot cards for some guidance, for some possible remedies, because there's always a little bit of good, a little bit of positive, right, in any situation. At least this is my mindset. So even though Mercury will be in retrograde from the 2nd to the 25th of April, actually the shadow period already starts in March. It starts on the 19th of March and it goes all the way to the 13th of May. So for almost 2 months, we'll be feeling as a collective the influence of Mercury retrograding in Aries. It's gonna be interesting, I'm not gonna lie to you. My goal is not to scare anyone. Actually, on the contrary, as you've already seen in my previous videos, if you're already a faithful watcher of my channel, you already know that I'm one of the most optimistic astrologers and tarot readers on this platform, and how could I be any way different? Because I have a moon in Sagittarius, I have a stellium in Sagittarius. Of course, I'm always gonna try to look for the bright side of things. I'm always gonna see the glass as being half full, and I hope to be able to impart this energy with you as well, especially during these very turbulent times that the world is going through right now as a collective, right? I'm always gonna be honest with you, very straightforward. I'm gonna weigh the good and the bad, but we always try to leave things off on a positive note here, okay? So if you're ready, let's begin. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. For you, this Mercury retrograde is happening in your second house. So your finances might be affected, and overall just your feeling of being content will be affected. For some reason, over the next 2 months, you're just not gonna feel happy or 100% fulfilled, and you're not gonna know why. And we're gonna see exactly why in the next few minutes. Now, the most affected people by this will be the March-born Pisces, or those of you that have your moon rising or any personal planet anywhere from 10 to 30 degrees of Pisces, okay? Now, for Pisces, the biggest risk over the next couple of months is to either encounter financial losses or delays in financial gains. So maybe your salary is a few days off, it's a few days late. Or maybe your clients forgot to pay their invoices in time and you're not bringing in as much money as you were expecting. Or maybe there's an issue with your credit card, it just doesn't work anymore. Maybe you need to change it, maybe you forgot to renew it or something like that. Maybe you are late on paying the overdue fees on your credit card. Things happen with your finances. They're not big issues, they're not long-term issues, but it's just small issues that really create discomfort for you more than anything else, right? So I would be careful. I would never go out of the house with just one credit card. Always try to have some cash on hand, because you don't want to go to Starbucks, get yourself a coffee, and then find out that your card is declined, okay? Let's avoid those situations. Another big thing here for Pisces is that you're not gonna be the best cook over the next 2 months. I'm sorry. This is what I see here in your chart. Be careful in the kitchen. because over the next 2 months you can even burn tea. Okay, you might just ruin your dinner, you might just ruin your lunch, because you're not careful, because you're not measuring things well, because you're not following the recipe, because you're substituting things in the recipe, because you're trying to transform from metric system to whatever system you're using to measure your ingredients, and you mess up the whole recipe. For whatever reason, cooking is not your strong point over the next 2 months, okay? So just keep that in mind. However, Mercury retrograde also comes with some opportunities. If we understand the energy of Mercury retrograde and we work with the energy, we really can see positive benefits, right? We can see positive results in our life. So how can you use this Mercury retrograde to your advantage? Well, this would be a good time over the next 2 months to rethink your entire financial strategy, to redo your financial plan, to redo your budget, to look over your budget and see what expenses you can cut. Because I see there a lot of subscriptions that you are no longer using, Pisces. I see there a lot of things that can be improved, optimized, okay? Another thing that you can do over the next 2 months is try to renegotiate your salary, renegotiate a contract. If you're an entrepreneur, increase your fees, right? Send reminders to all the clients that forgot to pay your invoices in time. Don't be afraid of doing all these things. And for entrepreneurs, keep in mind that having fewer clients that are willing to pay a premium for premium services that you can offer them will be a much better long-term strategy for you than having a lot of clients that always haggle on the price. Keep that in mind. Deliver more quality and less quantity, and you can increase your income like that. Basically, this Mercury retrograde for Pisces is a period when you're gonna be forced to know your worth and to really work on yourself if your self-worth is low, and understand that the image that you have of yourself is really what's influencing your overall financial stability and abundance. Okay? I know it's tough to hear that. Maybe it's not what you wanted to hear, but it's what you need to hear right now, Pisces. Okay, we're gonna look at some additional remedies for Pisces for this Mercury retrograde season. And while I shuffle these cards, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. And right after we wrap up this video, go and watch your Spring 2024 predictions, because that video is fire. Okay, the first remedy for my Pisces Sun people, it's the Andalusian horse. This is a lovely message for you guys. I love it. So I love it because it's kind of continuing the idea that I started on right before delving into your remedies. You need to transcend your limiting beliefs of yourself. You need to understand that you are all-powerful being. You can manifest whatever you want in your life. The only limit that is imposed on your manifestation abilities are the limits that you impose on yourself, whether you love yourself or not, whether you respect yourself or not. Basically, your self-worth is the only limit on your manifestation abilities. How can you improve your manifestation abilities, and how can you make Mercury retrograde easier for yourself? Connect with horses, specifically Andalusian horses. So go to a ranch, go to a rodeo, search for a picture of a horsey, a nice Andalusian horsey, have it on your phone, right? Pet the horse, learn to ride the horse, connect with the symbolism of the horse. This will help you over the next 2 months. Okay? Now, let's see for all my lovely Pisces moon people. For all you delicate souls, let's find some remedies for this Mercury retrograde. Oh, we have some mushrooms here. The reishi mushrooms, which are defying gravity. So search more about this concept, so search more about these mushrooms. I don't know if they're edible or not, but just including more mushrooms in your diet. Of course, if you're not allergic to mushrooms, of course, use your common sense, Pisces. If you're allergic to mushrooms, then no worries, just incorporate images of mushrooms. You can draw mushrooms on your notebooks. You can have an image of mushrooms as the screensaver on your phone. You can incorporate mushrooms in other ways. Now, in very extreme cases, you're going to be drawn to eye-opening mushrooms, let's call them like that. I don't recommend it. I can't recommend it. I'm not going to recommend it. But what I am going to recommend is for you to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself over the next 2 months to do more, to achieve more, to work more, to dream more, and to not take the easy path out. This is what I'm gonna recommend here for all my lovely Pisces. Pisces moon specifically. And last but not least, let's see your remedy for all my lovely Pisces rising people. A remedy for this Mercury retrograde. Hawthorn. Lovely, lovely plant. The home of your heart, basically. So for you, the message is to go back home, to whatever home is for you, whether home is a place, a person, a food, a smell, a taste, a song. Go back to whatever makes you feel like home, like your home. If you have hawthorn trees around you, connect with the trees. Go tree hugging, Pisces rising. Go hug a tree. It's gonna really help you. Spend as much time outdoors in nature as you can, whether it's in the mountains, in a field, by a river, by a lake, on the seashore, doesn't really matter. Get your vitamin D, it's very important for you over the next couple of months. And take care of your house, take care of your home, take care of your family. These are all important things for you that will help you, balance you, and ground you over the next couple of months. Overall, I would say this Mercury retrograde isn't as bad as people would have you think, right? Pisces, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found at least some information that will help you moving on. And I really hope to see you back here next time with my next videos as well. Bye bye, take care.